All right, number 5, we're going to use synthetic division to solve. All right, so our divisor is x plus 6. If you set that equal to 0, okay, we're going to get x equals -6. So -6 is going to be the number that we put in our little half box. We're going to list our coefficients of our polynomial. So the 4x squared, we're going to list the 4. And then the 24x, we're going to just write down the 24. And then the 16, and just the 16. Okay. Draw a line, bring the first number straight down, and then you multiply below. So -6 times 4, -24 gives us 0, and then -6 times 0 gives us 0, and we get 16. So 16 is our remainder. If we write our resulting polynomial, we started with x squared. We're going to reduce that by 1. So we're going to do x. So this is 4x. And then that needs to be plus 0. So our resulting polynomial is just 4x. And then we have a remainder of 16. So it says the synthetic division, the divisor must be in the form of x minus c. In this case, c is -6, because if we do x minus c, that's x plus 6. And then it's showing us a process. Bring the 4 down. 6 times 4, that gives us a -24. And we add those, we get 0. And then we do 6 times 0, which we get 0. And then 16 plus 0 gives us 16. All right, so it says the rightmost number, the rightmost number below the line is the remainder. The other numbers below the line are the coefficients of the quotient in order by the degree of the term. So since the divisor is linear, first degree, then the degree of the quotient is 1 less than the degree in the dividend. In this case, the dividend has a degree of 2, therefore the quotient will be degree of 1. So the quotient is just 4x, so that's what we got over here. The remainder is the 16. Alright, so then when we put it all together, we just get 4x plus, so when you write it in this fraction form, you put your remainder, 16, over the divisor. So in this case, we were dividing by the x plus 6. Another synthetic division problem. So I'm going to go ahead and do x minus 3. We'll put a 3 in the box. So if you think about that, you're just using the opposite sign when it's a linear, no coefficient in front of that. The coefficients are 6, 14, and 96, -96. Draw a line, bring the 6 down. 3 times 6 is 18, and we get 32. 3 times 32 is a positive 96. Subtract, we get 0. So we had an x squared here. Polynomial is going to be 1 degree less, so this is going to be 6x and then plus 32. So results are 6x plus 32.